I was assigned to her as property, not as a guest, not as an envoy, not even as a servant. Property. The moment the restraint field shut down around my wrists, the hall went silent. Hundreds of alien nobles stood in curved rows, their bioluminescent eyes fixed on me like I was a rare animal being unveiled. The air smelled of ozone and incense, ritual scents of the Violorian Empire, the most ancient power in the galaxy. At the center of it all sat Princess Zira Vial-Thrin, tall, regal, skin like polished obsidian streaked with faint silver veins that glowed when she breathed. A crown of floating crystal shards hovered above her head, rotating slowly as if the room itself bowed to her. Her voice echoed without effort. "Designation?" she asked. A handler answered for me. "Human male, Terran origin, behavioral classification, exotic companion species, temperament untested." A ripple of amusement passed through the court. Zira leaned forward slightly, her eyes, cold blue stars, locked onto mine. "Stand." I didn't move. Gasps, anger, shock. The handler hissed, "Kneel, human." I raised my head instead and looked her in the eyes. Not aggressively, not submissively, just evenly. Something changed. Princess Zira's glow flickered, just once. Interesting. "Release him," she said. The handler froze. "Your Highness." I said, "Release him." The restraint field collapsed. I rolled my shoulders, feeling blood rush back into my hands. "You are assigned to me," she continued, studying me like a puzzle she hadn't planned to solve today. "You will follow palace protocol. You will obey my commands." I met her gaze again. "I don't kneel unless I choose to." Silence exploded across the hall. Someone laughed nervously. Someone else hissed a curse. Zira stood. She was taller than me, but only barely. "So be it," she said softly. "You'll be enlightening." They dressed me like a trophy. Thin ceremonial fabrics. A control collar. Decorative, they said. A lie. I could feel the hum of suppression tech under my skin. My role was clear. Walk behind her. Stand when she sat. Remain silent unless spoken to. She paraded me through the palace gardens, council chambers, even diplomatic receptions. "Humans are fascinating," she told ambassadors. "So willful, so fragile." I didn't correct her, but I didn't perform either. When she demanded I participate in a submission ritual, I refused. When she ordered me to avert my gaze, I didn't. Instead, I spoke, calmly, respectfully, but without fear. "You don't need ownership to command loyalty," I told her one evening as twin suns dipped below the crystal skyline. She studied me longer than necessary. "You speak as if you're free," she said. "I am," I replied. "You just haven't realized it yet." For days after that, she stopped issuing commands. She started asking questions about Earth, about war, about why humans never seemed fully afraid, even when conquered. One night, alarms screamed. The palace shook. Explosions thundered through the outer ring. Assassins, House Kryn, a rival bloodline, ruthless, efficient, guards poured into the corridors. Energy weapons flared. Screams echoed. Zira stood frozen, not regal, not royal, just young. I moved before thinking. I ripped the decorative collar from my neck and sparks flying as I slammed it against the wall. Pain shot through me, but freedom followed. I grabbed a fallen weapon from a dead guard. Alien tech, heavy, crude. Zira stared. "You are unarmed. Stay behind me," I said. She hesitated, then obeyed. The first assassin rounded the corner. I didn't warn him. I charged. Humans don't fight like Valorians. We don't posture. We don't hesitate. I broke his arm, took his blade, used it. Blood sprayed across white marble. Another came, then another. I moved on instinct, brutal, efficient, relentless. No ritual, no honor, just survival. By the time reinforcements arrived, the corridor was silent and red. Zira stared at me like she'd never truly seen me before. "What are you?" she whispered. I wiped alien blood from my face. "A human." The attack was repelled, the coup crushed. In the aftermath, the court reconvened. This time I wasn't restrained. This time I stood beside the throne. The nobles avoided my eyes. Zira rose. "Let it be recorded," she said, voice steady, "that humans are no longer classified as companion species." Murmurs erupted. "They are not pets," she continued. "They are not property." She turned to me. "I believed I owned a human," she said, loud enough for history to hear. "Turns out, he owned my heart." Silence, then bows, not to me, to her decision. Later, alone on the balcony overlooking the stars, she asked quietly, "Why did you protect me? You owed me nothing." I looked at the galaxy stretching endlessly beyond the palace. "Because someone had to." She stepped closer. "For the first time," she said, "I see humans not as creatures to control, but forces to respect." I smiled faintly. "Careful, princess," I said. "Respect turns into fear pretty fast." She laughed, and for the first time the galaxy trembled. Not because a princess owned a human, but because she finally understood what humans really were.